A 3-minute clip of Conor, you'll do fucking none, and Paulie Malignaggi sparring is said to be released sometime soon. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang, notification gang, get those notifications directly to you in those alerts. Hit the bell icon. Shout out to the super chats. You guys have been holding it down. The channel donations through PayPal, and also the Patreons. We working. Now, I heard this rumor, Ego rumor mill, we'll say that until it's actually released, but you guys heard, they're saying they're going to release a 3-minute clip of Conor McGregor and Paulie Malignaggi sparring. Now, at first, I'm hearing this, I'm like, oh good, this is why I've been wanting to see this, right? So I'm thinking good, but then I started to think, and Paulie Malignaggi on his verified page, which I have pulled up, he said the same thing. I started thinking about it. I'm like, wait a minute. This to me, I'm not really with it. You know what I mean? Because I feel like it's more propaganda. Because if you sparred for 2 sessions, right, 8 and 12 rounds or whatever, I think we know for a fact that Paulie said that he came back off of the heels of Broner versus Garcia in New York, took a flight back, met up in Vegas, and they did 12 rounds. So 12 rounds, unless they had some kind of difference, and I don't understand why, if you're preparing to fight the greatest fighter of this generation, Floyd Mayweather, I don't understand why you would shorten the rounds. So 12 times 3 is 36. A boxing match is 36 minutes. So unless they, like I said, fiddled with the timing and went 2-minute rounds or something, which I don't understand why they would do that. We'll just assume this was the 36 minutes of sparring. So I'm not the smartest brother in the world, but we'll just round down to 30 minutes. Let's say you had 30 minutes of sparring, you know what I mean? Which is, if you did 12 rounds, you should have at least 30 minutes if you're continuously recording. So 3 times 10 is 30. So that's basically suggesting you have 10 times more footage. You have 10 times greater the amount of footage that you're actually releasing. So to me, I'm not really with that, because anybody can make, it's just, I used this before. I used this same exact analogy, and I think it's a good one. It fits. It's fitting for this situation. You take a 2-hour Hollywood cinematic movie, right? What do? They make a trailer, a teaser. First, the teaser might be even smaller, like real quick, and you're like, what? Poof, Transformers. And then they'll show you a better one, maybe on the Super Bowl, or closer to the time the movie's, Sam, there's much you don't know. Transformer. You know what I mean? So you're like, oh shit, that looks dope. They show you these highlights and dope clips of Mark Wahlberg or Shia LaBeouf, whoever's in the Transformers, whoever Michael Bay put in there, right? And bombs and explosions and Optimus Prime. And you're like, yeah, that new Transformers, that's the one. The Decepticons are going ham. Then you go see it and you're like, man, this series is getting whack. These new Transformers really aren't that dope. You know what I'm saying? And that's the whole pretense of a trailer. You gotta hook people. You gotta lure them into the theaters. Put butts in seats. Like, okay, you know what I mean? So you take a 2-hour movie, you condense it down to a trailer. The trailer looks dope as fuck because it's only 30 seconds, a 30-second spot, and they have 2 hours of footage. So that, you know what I mean, they're gonna take the best of the best, a funny part, action sequences, the best visuals, effects that the movie has in CGI, and then you condense it down so it's gonna look like something. But then you watch the actual movie and the acting or the script, the storyline, the pacing, you're like, man, this is not dope. So that's kind of what it feels like. This feels real Hollywood. If you're gonna take not 1 but 2 sparring sessions, which I'm sure he has the footage for, and then try to condense it down to 3 minutes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe if it was like 10 minutes, you could get a better read on it, because that's closer to, you could get a lot more, you know what I mean, out of 36 minutes. Well, actually, it's really 36 minutes times 8 rounds. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I'm me personally, that's just my honest opinion. And Paulie Malignaggi, I believe he was speaking on this. And then someone said, big news, we are told a 3-minute clip of McGregor Malignaggi sparring will be released this weekend. And Paulie says, but we sparred for 36 minutes. LOL. But we sparred 36 minutes. So I agree with that. Will it be edited to favor one side only, or 3 straight minutes of sparring? Will be edited with 5 or 6 second snippets from various moments of sparring, according to what I read. Conor showing the girl in him again. So obviously Paulie wouldn't be happy with that, because you could try to make a compilation like you were dogging somebody. There's a 3-minute sparring video of you and Conor McGregor coming this weekend. You just know how edited that's going to be. And then Conor responds to the fan. It says, oh, of course, the guy has 20 rounds of me sparring with him, and he could only come up with 3 minutes of footage. He thinks fans are stupid, LOL. So out of 12 rounds, they can only find 3 minutes. That made Conor McGregor look good then. And he says, out of 20 rounds, we boxed a total of 20 rounds in 2 sessions. Right? 8 plus 12. But Paulie is saying boxing called the shots like it's some diss on MMA. Of course it's called the shots because the MMA guy crossed over. Not really sure you're going to get this one. It might be too complicated for you. He crossed over because he wasn't going to make that money otherwise. Which is absolutely true. Nobody in the UFC that's reasonable. Like, unless you put like Conor McGregor, John Jones, or something stupid that doesn't even make sense, or Brock Lesnar or some shit. That's the only way he would make crazy payday if he took some crazy gamble like that. And it just wouldn't even be realistic at that point. Someone says from 36 minutes to 3 minutes is a massive amount. They'll make it so that looks like he was dominated. Agree, not in there, didn't happen. They actually have 60 minutes of footage because we did 8 rounds the first time. My man has 60 minutes of footage, but 3 minutes of highlights. LOL. Yeah, so, I mean, I agree wholeheartedly with Paulie. You guys can say whatever dumb shit in the comments. Oh, you just sided with boxing. Whatever you guys want to say. But, I mean, you guys, you tell me what it is. To me, that just, it doesn't. I'm a video editor. I'm a vlogger. I video edit. Before I was even covering boxing, I was doing music videos and editing promotional videos. So I know how to edit. I know the editing game. There's a dude who played football, right? And I was in charge of editing a highlight reel for him. And guess what? I took the best clips where he had a 90-yard return, and I took this and this and that. You know what I mean? But you look at, like, using the football, if you're editing somebody, I'm not going to say him particularly, but like, let's say I'm editing another football video. They could have put the guy in for 2 plays in the whole season, but maybe he got off on those 2 plays. He was fresh and he did some good plays. I could chop that up with some other shit and some soundtrack or music and make it look like it's some shit, even though he didn't get much play time. You know what I'm saying? So I agree with Paulie Malignaggi wholeheartedly, man. And I think more people need to talk about this whole situation, because I mean, at best I could look at it. Obviously I'm gonna watch it. I mean, I'm a boxing fan, so of course I'm gonna watch it just to see what I see in it. But it's sounds fabricated already. You know what I mean? Because how would you come to where did you get 3 minutes from? You know what I mean? How did you take 60 minutes of footage, as Paulie is alleging, and simmer that down to 3 minutes? Like, why 3? You know what I mean? That's 1 round. You're going to show us 1 round. Even if you don't edit it, you show us 1 round. Obviously, you're going to pick the best fucking round. The round you did the best, where you landed the most shots, or highest CompuBox, if they had a CompuBox person. Because according to Paulie, he said Conor was doing some weird stuff, like trying to have stare downs, and he has a ref, Joe Cortez. So I don't know. Maybe they had somebody with the CompuBox little clicker. I don't know, but to me, I'm not really buying it. Like, even if Paulie's getting dogged in this segment that he shows, I look at it like this: is Paulie's already come clean. He says Conor made some subtle adjustments, made some improvements. I gassed out at spots. He did good in the 5 rounds. He closed strong with the second or the last 2 rounds. So he's already admitted that. So I'm gonna assume that you're gonna show and pull from what he's already declared as I faded, or I wasn't in the best shape and stuff like that. So, I mean, unless you're willing to show a bit more than that, which you could say, oh, it ruins the game plan. You know what I'm saying? Or here's another thing. See, I be thinking, like, I don't just make these videos arbitrarily. I don't just get on here and hit the record button and start bumping my gums. I've been doing this way too long, and that's not how it operates. This is a business. This is a brand, and that's what it is. So I don't just click record. When I first started, you could say maybe I did that less thought out, but I know what I'm gonna say. So I think of the before and after and everything in the middle when I'm talking. Even though this is a freestyle, this is not a script. But I will say this: the knockdown. Are you going to show that 3 minute in that 3 minute video? Are you going to show the knockdown? Because that's another thing that's bullshit. If this edit doesn't contain the knockdown, then I really believe Paulie Malignaggi. Because if you're going to take the time to, for whatever reason, do an edit, make yourself look good, highlight reel, and then you truly knocked him down, like it sounds like Conor's Mac Life photographer or somebody I read spoke up and he said true power, and people were interpreting that as the knockdown was legit. So if I watch this 3 minutes and there's no knockdown from a punch in there, then it's already full of shit, and I'm already gonna believe Paulie Malignaggi more than I already do. Because why would you not include that? If you're making this highlight reel of yourself where you're just like boom, bop, 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 all around the world, and you know what I'm saying, and you the man, and you getting off, why would you not include the knockdown when you actually have a knockdown? Like, I mean, what person would make an edit of themselves who's a fighter and wouldn't include a fight knockout or knockdown? I mean, that's a given. If you're making you look at Canelo Alvarez, his best moments. They don't pick spots in the Edeslandi Lara fight where Canelo, if they're promoting Canelo's fight, I'm talking about. Golden Boy doesn't pick for their trailer. They don't pick shots of Canelo getting blasted by Edeslandi Lara, or when Canelo's slow feet couldn't corner Lara and he was swinging wildly, or when Mayweather, I think it was in the 11th round, Canelo threw this wild ass haymaker, and then Floyd looked through the ropes like, what was that? What was you trying to hit? You know what I mean? They don't put that in the highlight reel. But what they do put is Amir Khan getting stretched and violently falling to the canvas. They put that. James Kirkland spit flying out his mouth and getting teed off on the ropes and stuff. So using this Conor McGregor, Paulie Malignaggi sparring, if this 3 minutes doesn't contain and show what happened in the knockdown, then it's all fabricated to me. I mean, that you're full of shit, because if you're alleging you really knocked him down, why would you not include that best moment? You'll just include combination punches that you're getting off. That's not true. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna accept that as a reality. You know what I mean? So that's just my thoughts. August 26th, it goes down. Mayweather versus McGregor. I really feel this is gonna be kind of a ploy. Paulie's been talking out and saying that he was in a crack house and trap house, and he didn't take care of his sparring partners. He's not a good dude. So, I mean, I wouldn't expect anything less but some cheap shots and some highlights that only favor one side of the action. So, I mean, a lot of people, it's going to be big when he drops it, because everything Conor's been doing is making headlines. So it'll be big, especially if he is getting crazy shots off on Paulie Malignaggi. But as a real boxing fan, you got to look deeper than that. You got to look at the actual facts. Like, why wouldn't you show a little bit more of the footage if it's what you say it was, and you were just destroying and toying with Paulie? Show that no hands behind the back, the shit you were doing. That I don't know. To me, I fuck with Conor. I like Conor McGregor, pause. But some of the stuff, like, looked fabricated. Like, you had a perfect shot of you with your hands behind your back, and Paulie's face, I don't know what happened. It looks like it's turning to the side. It just looked like a photo shoot. You know what I mean? I seen that Justin Bieber did a photo shoot. You're running, man. What do you mean? He did a photo shoot where he had hand wraps, and it was like a boxing theme or some shit. And he's spitting out, and he has blood on his shirt, and it's looking like he was getting punched, like he had a black eye, but he wasn't really fighting. That was just a photo shoot. And that's some of these Conor pictures look weird. You know what I'm saying? It looks like staged. Like, you just, yeah, look at me. You know what I mean? So they're picking and choosing certain pictures where he looks glorified. That's my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think. I will be looking forward to this 3 minute leak just to see it. I mean, obviously, I've been wanting to see the sparring, so I guess we could take whatever they give us. But there's only, you have to take it with a grain of salt if they're doing some, because this is exactly what Chris Van Herdeen complained about. He says he wasn't in shape, he didn't really want to spar, he didn't want to be recorded because he wasn't in real true fighting shape, and they did it anyway, and then released a condensed, edited, highly edited version, and they were like, no. So when I did that Ego Weight Watchers video about Floyd Mayweather, and on the thumbnail, people were like, oh, this is heavily filtered. You filtered the picture. He's not this buff. So if this sparring comes out and it doesn't look like, just looks like glimpses and clips, I want those same people who are saying that Floyd really isn't in great shape and the picture was just heavily filtered to make him look buff and stuff like that. Those same people need to be scrutinizing and critiquing this edit. You know what I mean? With the same set of lenses, those same rose-colored glasses. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. I'll be checking for it. Obviously, I'm going to do a video and talk about it once it leaks. We'll have to see. Let me know what you guys think of this. Drop it in the comment section. Make sure you smash the like button. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego signing off. Boxingego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops. 1.